Welcome back to my channel. Is your girl Faith Army. So it's been a while, you all. Hope you all are doing well. Today I've decided to hop into making vegetable soup for you guys. I know that there are different kinds of leaves when it comes to making vegetables, and everyone has their choice of preference, and it also depends on your location. I mean, some people in the location where we have pumpkins and water leaves, and then some other people might not be able to reach to pumpkin, and then you might want to use spinach. So here in Sweden, there's actually no pumpkin anywhere. I mean, the ugu, the African ugu everyone knows about. So I decided to vegetable soup with spinach, and oftentimes I get comment like, oh my god, spinach has a lot of water. I don't know how to make vegetable soup with spinach. Some people complain that okay, they make it and they porridge. Some people say it gets watery, and the rest of them different kinds of complaints. So I specifically want to make this video for you guys so that you see how I make my vegetable soup using spinach, and it comes out very well. So if you're in here, you're a vegetable lover, of course we all know that vegetable has a lot of beautiful nutrients and vitamins, you know, iron. It gives a lot of things. I mean, it's very healthy and it nourishes the skin. If you want to glow, then vegetable should be a variety you should eat more. So guys, come with me to the kitchen. Let's make it together, guys. Okay, see you in a bit. So guys, these are the list of ingredients I'll be using today. Over here I have my crayfish, my stockfish, I have ice fish, you can see that, my cow leg, some palm oil, I have goat's meat here, pepper, seasoning cube, and some salt. Last but not the least is my spinach. I'm going to be using this. So first I'm washing my goat meat and my cow leg, and then set it to bring to soft, and I'm going to be washing my spinach and then show you the process how I get it done. So you can, like I said before, you can use any leaf of your choice. You can use pumpkin, you can use water leaf, but for this recipe I'm going to be using just spinach. It goes well for me, and I'm going to soak my stockfish in hot water and we'll go. So let's go. So I'm starting off by seasoning this. So guys, I'm starting by adding some salt, so seasoning cube, and then I'm going to give this a quick stir and allow to boil first before adding in some water. You all already know I love making this. And we hop over to the next, which is salting my stockfish, and then soak it in hot water to take away all the germs and bring it to be a little bit soft. And I'm going in right now with my fish. I'm gonna, you know, take away all the dirt, wash it properly, and as well take away all the dirt that is not necessary in making this soup. And then I'm gonna bring it to boil. I'm gonna be adding in a little bit of salt. Usually I love smoking my fish, but for this cooking I'm not gonna be smoking. I'm just gonna boil it, okay, because I need the water and the rest of them. I want it fresh. So I'm checking back now on my meat, and I think it's time to add in some water. Yeah, so I go in with water. I'm gonna cook to almost soft and hop into other ingredients. So this part is very, very important, guys. You really have to pay attention, because if you're making vegetable soup and then you end up getting sand, that is no longer vegetable soup. It's not going to be enjoyable. So I'm starting by washing them one by one. You have to wash them thoroughly. I wash everything, both the hair, the root, and then cut it off at some point. And that is not all. I will keep washing this. I'm gonna repeat the process with some salt, but first let me wash the first step because it has some sand in it, so I don't want to be making what is not enjoyable. At this point, guys, the first set is ready. Like, I've washed it for the first time. So right now I'm going to be adding in some salt and wash again. Please pay attention to this part. This is the reason why most people don't get vegetable soup right with spinach. I mean, making it with spinach. Please pay attention. It's very, very important that you listen to every detail. Okay. So guys, this is the second time washing. So I've added another a lot of salt, and it's done. So the final part, I'm going to be adding in some salt here and then soaking some hot water. This is the process I'm talking about that is visually important, because this soft hot water will make it not only go soft, but the salt we added as well will make it to retain its original color. We don't want to lose all the nutrients. We want all the green stuff because that's what we actually needed. Okay, so I'm gonna soak it and leave it for a while I check back on my meat. I'm gonna come back to this. So okay, at this point I'm gonna go in with stockfish because my meat is almost ready. So I want the stockfish to cook and I get the taste as well. So I hop over back. At this point it has soaked enough. I'm gonna drain this and soak it in cold water. If you don't have ice, make sure your water is very, very cold to chill it down fast, so that you will not lose the original green color coming out from these veggies, guys. Please pay attention to this detail. It's very important, especially when you're making it with spinach. Of course, if we are making a vegetable soup with pumpkin and water leaf, probably this process is not necessary, because ordinarily ugu has no much water compared to spinach, and of course water leaf has some water. That's why some people go in with water leaf first. So if you're making it with water leaf, I advise you dry a little bit of water from that before you add your vegetable. But for this process, this is how it's been done if you want to make it rich without too much water. Okay, so I'm chilling it down now with cold water. After that, I'm gonna take it off the head when it's already cold. I'm gonna press it out. I'm gonna squeeze out all the water from it. And I will tell you guys that as you can see, it's some people, when they wash their veggies, all the green nutrients are out. Even though I use hot water, you can see that there's little or no greeny stuff out of this veggie. And the reason, because of the salt I added. So salt is a very powerful ingredient that helps in a lot of things. So this is one of the things that salt can do. So over here, guys, is already dried. I already dried it off, and you can see the greeny nature is still retained. So it's time for me to chop this, guys. I'm gonna cut it into pieces. Now it even makes my work more easier. I don't have to start arranging one by one, because I've already done the most needed part. I mean, the part that takes much time. So I'm gonna cut this sharply and check back on my meat when I'm done to see if it's already ready, so we can start the cooking proper. So at this point, all the ingredients needed are already ready, and it's just for us to go direct and make our yummy vegetable soup. Okay, guys, stay with me. I'm almost done. We're almost there. Okay, as you can see, this is the last part, and you can see, let me check back on the meat and see how well it's doing. Okay, looking at it, guys, it's obvious that this meat is ready. Another thing I want you to know when it comes to vegetable soup is for you to pay attention to the water. Vegetable soup doesn't need a lot of water. If you add too much water, you're not going to love it. It's going to be floating. I mean, vegetable soup is meant to be rich and thick. So at this point, I'm gonna go in now with the residue from the fish. That water is very, very important for me. It adds more flavor to vegetables. If you're making vegetable soup it as fish, I don't know, it's still gonna come out fine, but it's not as tasteful as this. So now I'm adding in some oil, just so you know. Adding in some oil at this point, okay, and I'm going to allow it to heat for some minutes, 1 to 2 minutes or 3 minutes thereabout. So let's check back. As you can see, it's already cooking. I love using red oil first, heating it first, so that it can remove any taste. If you just add red oil and start adding other ingredients, it might have a little sour taste, you know. But when you heat it, it becomes natural. Everything, the taste comes out more, and you remove away anything, you know. I don't know how to explain it to you guys, but you know what I mean. So over here I have my fresh pepper. I'm going to be going in. I blended it off camera. I don't want to make it a very long video, that's why. So I blended this off camera. You already know I have a blender. And then I'm going to go in with some part of the crayfish. I'm not adding everything. I'm going to be adding the rest at the end of the day. This is for more taste, okay? If you go in with everything, it's still going to be nice, but I just love, you know, leaving. I share it into two, whatever quantity I'll be using, and then add it at the last, okay? Then we're in with some seasoning, okay, seasoning cube, and I'm going to be adding a little. You have to be very careful with salt because there's no much water in vegetable soup. So if you add too much salt, you're not gonna like it. It's going to be tasting salt. Can you see? The soup is already looking inviting, even though we are not done yet. So we're going to allow this to simmer for 1 to 2, 3 minutes, and we'll check it back and see how far it's been doing. Okay. Wow. Okay, at this point, guys, I feel is okay. Everything is fine at this point. You can see the consistency. There is no much water. Pay attention. Do not go add too many water. You end up eating water, not vegetable soup. Please pay attention. Make sure your water is small. So I'm going to go in with the remaining half of the crayfish at this point and give that a quick stir. And the next I'm going to be doing at this point after this is my fish. So fish is going to be the last. I debone them and take away all the, you know, the back, all those dark whatever. I don't like seeing it in my fish. I love my fish very neat, without bones and without back. This is how. But if you love the back, of course, you're welcome. So last but not the least is we are going in with the vegetable. Okay, we're almost coming to the end of this video, guys. Oh guys, I tell you, if you try this method, you're gonna love it, guys. I'm not just saying, you know, I don't make what I'm not sure of. I don't see what I'm not sure of. I am sure you will love this soup, guys. Make this soup, you will love to be making it almost every day, every week. I'm telling you guys, look at how rich it's looking. Oh my word, this is real vegetable soup. Oh, I can't wait. You can serve this with any fufu of your choice. You can serve it with gari. You can serve it with potatoes. You can serve it with fufu. You can serve it with semo. You can serve anything at all with. So for me, I love the combination of potato flour and maize flour. The combination is a bomb. So I'm going to be eating this with potato and maize flour combined together. Is a bomb. Please guys, give this video a thumbs up, like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel, click on the notification button so that next time you will be notified. So here is my potato mix with maize flour. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.